These Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey, check, move set, move 60. All day, every time.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick, and they are going to set up shop. At the 40-yard line.
All day, baby, all day, baby.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Go. 180.
You remember me. Let's go, baby.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson. And a promising start as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. It's an Eagles 1st down on a gain of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
180.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Now here's Goodwin with it on the jet sweep. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Here we go. 120.
Danny.
Listen.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well.
Here we go. Waiting.
Yeah. Tie that left. 3 down.
Sunday.
40.
Hey, seam 6.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
You got nothing. Check. Slam. Check 3.
Here.
Mine.
On 3rd down, Gibson. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And Elliott puts this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 22.
Ready. Lady.
Check back 21. Check back.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, 2nd-year man out of Auburn. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Stafford. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he has another 1st down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Tackles.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up 1st downs.
They come out here in the eye.
Check 53's Mike. I'm on.
They'll run forward with Bo Scarborough. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer out him again.
2nd and goal from the 1.
Mike. Ball.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
That's the end of the first quarter.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have taken the lead. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Lions 7, Eagles 3.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Empty. 46 down, man. 5-4.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. On 3rd down, Gibson. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Wentz. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Wentz now on 1st down. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 8-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check 15.
Now Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it's 3rd down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Well, that's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a 1st down out of it.
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
They'll try and pick it up with Scarborough. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On 1st down, it's Gibson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Get that quarterback at all costs.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz eluding the pressure right. This is caught. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. He's trying to parlay that great performance last week, NFC Offensive Player of the Week in Week 2, into a great performance in Week 3.
And the way he was able to do it last week, he started off doing it again this week. Energy, the way he comes off the line of scrimmage, attacks the defense, sets them back on their heels, and he finds openings as a result.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. To throw, it's Wentz. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Come on, QB, come on. Let's go.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Stafford on third down. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Wentz flush to his right. Got a man open, it's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz in the final seconds of the first half. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Hey, check 24, watch 24.
The final shot before the break, Stafford.
That's a what?
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You're trapped. You're trapped.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Set. Go 20.
21. Check back 21. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On 2nd down now. Swift. He'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. With it is Jackson.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time. See if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Wentz. He sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here, 2nd and a yard from the 34. Stafford now to throw. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner, Darius Slay.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Switch. Hatchet.
Hey, other side, solid.
Hey, we're going Mike 40. Mike.
Kill.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. being chased out left. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
On second down, it's Gibson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Down and 6.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
All day. All day.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
Next to score, Eagles 31, line 7. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
On second down, Johnson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now it's Stafford. Open man is Allison, complete. First target, first catch, and a first down.
An 8-yard pickup.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Hey, got a 20.
Check back 21.
I'm coming.
The first down carry here for Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Watch the run, watch the run.
From just shy of midfield, Stafford. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On 3rd down, Swift. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. To throw is Stafford. Going up top. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Monte Nicholson picks it. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on it for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Big ass, big ass, big
Man 5-7. Hey, Echo.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun. Wentz firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Here we go, here we go.
On 1st down, Stafford here. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, but it'll be 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Only a yard of the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. He's then with the Eagles, and I believe he's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Lefty, lefty.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Mike right there, 40's Mike.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
On 2nd down now, it's Gibson, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
We play to win. Let's go.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there and also a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Gibson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking. Nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage. Stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Philadelphia, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.